Hello, and welcome to another episode of Thinking with a Twink. That would be me. Um, and this is what, episode 5, I believe? This is like my fourth or fifth take because I've been trying a new setup. Because normally I record on my phone because I have a phone mic that would be better, but it takes so long to get that video to my PC just because of how big it is and iPhone. Screw Apple for this. If your video is more than 5 gigabytes or 5 minutes long, whatever, something like that, you can't just plug into your PC and transfer it there. So I have to wait for it to go through the iCloud or wait through it to upload through my Google Drive, whichever one happens first. And this is a new setup. I'm using a Fortnite Peely headphone mic, and I'm recording on my laptop. We'll see how this goes. This will probably be a one-time thing. I probably won't like how it sounds, and I'll probably just go back to recording on my setup. Anyway, like how I said last episode, every episode is going to start with a little recording bit, to kick off whatever. So we're starting with band practice. If you hear the music in the background, that is band practice. We'll be starting off with people I've been told I look like, and I get told I look like a lot of people because look at me, I'm just a friggin' white dude with curly hair, and there's a lot of those. A lot of characters I could be told I look like. There's like probably an infinite amount. So the one I get told I look like the most is Robbie Shapiro from Victorious, and I hear this one to no days end. I literally have a note app a note document on my phone that counts on the days since I've been told I look like him. And I was going like 25, 26 days strong, and then my friend earlier today, I was on a call with them, and they're like, I had my glasses on because I have blue light glasses. I don't think blue light works. I think it's a scam. I just like how they feel, or just to wear them sometimes, just to have them. There goes the pen again. And I had my camera on. She's like, "What's up, Robbie Shapiro?" And then I had to reset that countdown from 26 days to 0. And dang. Anyway, next character, Stampy Longnose. I heard this one for the first time, but when I wrote this, it was 2 weeks ago. That would have now been a month ago. And you know what? Hell yeah, I see it. I've never heard it, and I actually like really see it. I don't get it. I mean, I'm surprised I've never heard it because I actually like really see it. Because you can really see my camera because it's pitch dark outside. I'm reconnecting with nature again. But I do that face sometimes, and we're both silly little guys. You know, hell yeah. Next character, Kramer. When I was younger and I didn't really keep my hair, my mom would say I look like Kramer often because my hair would just be like. And that is now why I condition, shampoo, and sleep with a bonnet so my hair does not look like that. Because, yeesh. Gaten, or Gotten, I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. Specifically when I have long hair and a hat. Why is that on my screen? Got it. Thanks. Specifically when I have long hair and a hat. Especially when I look younger, not younger, but when my hair's long and I wear a hat. Especially when I was working over summer and my hair was long, my hair would look. It's obviously curlier than that, but just had that look / vibe to it. Next character, Andy Samberg. I don't even see this one that much, but a lot of millennial women, especially when I'm working my counter at my job, have told me this. Like, and even like in public, like some woman like maybe like 4 months ago was like, you kind of give that same vibes from Andy Samberg. Thanks, I guess. Like, is my dick in a box? Yeah. Yeah, I know, Lonely Island. Hit me up. Next character. Knackly. He's a rock. And he is an afro. It's cute. Maybe like 3 people told me this when 3 of my friends told me this when we were doing a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet run through. They're like, this motherfucker look like you. I was like, alright, bro. And I mess with him. He's a good Pokemon. Salt Cure is a good ass ability slash move. Use it if you're ever going to get competitive Pokemon or competitive Gen 9 Pokemon. I would talk more about these characters, but unlike the other PowerPoints, I don't really have like much to elaborate on. I just look like these guys. King of Ooh. I posted on my Instagram story, give me characters that I look like so I could put them on there. And oh my god. I hate that it's accurate. Like I even got the same spot that he does, a little mole. Like, oh my god. If I had like a little cotton puff of a beard and mustache, that would have been so accurate. Screw you, Az, a fellow YouTuber. He's the one that told that. Next character. This thing. Bruh. It's from Sausage Party, and when I was making this PowerPoint, I was in a Discord call with some of my friends, and then one of his friends joined. I don't know the guy, and I was screen sharing, and he's like, "You know what? You kind of look like the guy from Sausage Party." I was like, "Because I haven't seen Sausage Party in a while," so I looked it up, and I was like, "Dude, really?" Because jeez, one, I'm not a ginger. Two, his nose looks like a fucking swollen toenail. And jeez, dude, he also has like a crazy pot belly. Like, oof. Next character, Shia LaBeouf and Holes. My mom put this on the Instagram story. I kind of can see it, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of that. Um, Next segment.
2,000 years later.
What a segue. As you can see, I'm in a completely new setup. I am back at the original Casa di Chewy. This is, I think, the fourth time trying to record the second segment of this episode. I've recorded 3 other times, and each time the file got corrupted, or I got interrupted, or something else. I wasn't trying to rhyme there. And I can't even remember what I was trying to talk about. One time I was talking about Pokemon, the other time I was talking about JoJo, the last time I was talking about maybe Star Wars or something. I don't really remember, because this one video has been a span of, I think, 4 days. I think it is the 15th of November. I think I started recording on the 11th or the 12th, so 3 to 4 days. I don't remember. Just file corruption is like, why? I don't get it. Like, I'm literally a comp sci major and I don't understand. That's probably not a good sign. I'll figure it out. Stay hydrated. It is hot. I say as I'm wearing long pants and a hoodie. Anyway, I'm trying to recall everything I talked about over the last few attempts to record. One thing I do recall is how I see often online a lot of posts referring to current dating or love life of the average Gen Z person. And most of it often I'll see posts like, do men even yearn? Do men ever just want love or whatever? And it's like, yes. Yes. Yes, everyone does. It's just the hookup culture is so bad. It just got so bloated. Somehow, I'm not sure. I think this is just my opinion, and sorry, something was on the ground. And I blame this for a lot of core reasons that Gen Z, especially Gen Z males, have issues. You could call them issues. I do think they're issues. Some other people say quirks, flaws, whatever. I think they're issues. I just think being exposed, especially at a young age, not just me, not really me, because I've talked about how I wasn't exposed to a lot of stuff growing up in a Christian household. I think being exposed to hip hop at a young age, especially like young Caucasian males, especially in America, especially in areas I grew up in, being exposed to hip hop in a young age and then idolizing these rappers and whatever, like and these rappers saying bitch, 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 money, 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 drugs, just like that's what, and them being the idols, like young age who comes to mind, 6ix9ine, Gucci Mane, stuff like that, people like that, and like they're successful people. I'm not blaming them, and I'm not saying they're bad people. Well, but being exposed to rappers that were like highly, not preaching, but talking about F money, get, F woman, get money, do drugs. At a young age, our frontal lobe is still developing, and that's what we're being exposed to. And we're like, this is what we want to do. And I think that really just like got hookup culture really bloated, because like guys were like, I want to be like this guy and have a lot of girls or whatever. And it's also like the, not age old, but really old. I've seen this in like old comedy skits or whatever. It'll be like, a guy gets with a lot of women, that's a player, he's a stud. But it was that one British guy. He was like, when a guy gets a lot of girls, he's a player, he's a stud. But when a girl gets a lot of guys, that's Brick's mum. I don't remember what he said exactly, but yeah, he's not right. But there is a double standard there. Like, a guy gets with a lot of girls, fellow men will call him a player, a stud, blah blah blah. A girl gets with a lot of guys, she gets called a whore, a slut, whatever. And I just think that mindset has really bloated hookup culture. And not, this could probably be assigned to other generations, not just Gen Z. But I see this often because I don't have a millennial feed. I don't see Gen X or millennials on my feed. That'd be weird, and I'd prefer not to, because I find them cringe, just like how they find us cringe. But anyway, there's still people that yearn for love relationships and rather not be involved in hookup culture, because hookup culture is disgusting. Believe it or not. Like, you could do it, but like, if that's all you do, it's like, are you... And like, there's also characters are also like, in media, characters are also like, said studs or whatever, are also like portrayed as like cool characters, like Barney from How I Met Your Mother. Can't really think of another one. That's an Western American sitcom. On the other hand, I mean, Sanji from One Piece, not really. He doesn't really get women. The Japanese anime, and maybe all media, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of Japanese media. I just seen their game shows. Their game shows are crazy. Oh my god! If you haven't, just look up like Japanese game show, funny moments, and it's crazy. Like, it'll just be like, you won, and then they'll get like wrapped in a esophagus, not esophagus. I don't know why I said esophagus. I was thinking of Confergigas, the mummy Pokemon. I can't remember his name. Like, there was one clip where this girl like won, and then she ended up in, I can't remember what they're called, but like the tombs that Egyptians are in, like the golden statue, that golden coffins. I don't remember the names, but do you know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't remember the names. Anyways, I wrote a few papers on this back in my high school career, about Japanese comedy, Japanese humor, and American humor, both in writing and TV. For some reason, like, the Japanese find like perviness like really funny. Like, so there's like Americans do this too, but like Japanese animation and media takes us to a whole nother level. you could, like, if you're a fan of anime or just like base level anime, you could see this in literally everything. Pokemon, Brock, Dragon Ball, Master Roshi, One Piece Sanji. The list goes on. And it's like, it at first, like when I first exposed to it, I was like, heh. But after 4 or 5, actually no, I've been watching anime for a while. Sixth grade, 7 6 7 years. I was like, pervy characters. Like, oh my god, shut up. It's just so, like, why? And like these like, especially like One Piece and Dragon Ball. These are like shown to younger audiences. That's not like, I don't think we should be. I don't think we should be showing children that. It's very bad, very bad. It's. I mean, the internet. Like, we're going to get exposed to it anyway. Can't hide stuff. Whatever. It's like the one Eminem song. It was like what did he say? He said like, we give children like the Discovery Channel and expect them not to know what a woman's clitoris is. Whatever he said. It's like, yeah, if they have access to it, they're gonna find out about it. Like, doesn't matter what they see on TV. If they have a phone, they have everything in their pocket. Literally everything. They can figure out everything. They can find out like when fucking Genghis Khan died, or they could find adult industry stuff. That's just how it is. That's the harsh reality, and how kids may be brain rotted for decades to come. And it's cliche, but like, yeah, I think kids are cooked. Like, I know, like, when I was younger, yeah, I had an iPad, but I don't think that I was I don't think it was as bad as like the iPad kids are now, like with like their little trays of Cheetos and like watching Cocomelon or whatever. Like, all I can remember is like when my parents would go do CrossFit, I would sit in the kids' room because I was like 8, 9 at the time, and just play Kick the Buddy. I don't know if you remember what Kick the Buddy is. It was a little game where you just literally just like beat up a little dummy, like, oh, Ninja Star, flamethrower, whatever. What else would I do? There's also like not a lot of trends anymore. Like, as a kids, like especially like Gen Z, like we had slime, rainbow loom, which is the rubber bracelets. If you don't know, what else do we have? Fidget spinners, Pokemon cards. What? Funko Pops were kind of a trend. You can't really see any, but I have a few sorted everywhere. What else? I mean, video games. And this stuff I'm talking about could apply to video games too. I think, obviously, I play a lot of video games. Not as much as I used to, I don't think. I mean, probably. Well, I think this also, like, at least for me, like, I wasn't allowed to have voice chat when I first started playing games. I think the first time I used voice chat is it was probably 6th, 7th grade, but like when I first got an Xbox in 5th grade, wasn't allowed to. It was probably 7th grade, because I remember the first time I used it, I played Rainbow Six Siege. Well, no, I could have it to talk with friends, and that was it. But the first time I used it to talk to other people was 7th grade, maybe, because I remember it was 3 guys, and we played a quick match in Siege, and they invited me to their party, and they were like all from Atlanta, and they were all friends, and they were like playing music in the background. They're like, "You ever heard of these guys?" I'm like, "No, I don't really listen to music like that." And they're like, "Yeah, this is Suicide Boys." I was like, "Cool." I mean, at the time, no idea who they are. Maybe like 2-3 years later, I heard Suicide Boys song for the first time. It was the freaking "Take me home, Maryland, please I could rest in peace." And I was like, wait, you know, like my body did the scene from Doctor Strange. I was like, and I was like, whoa, this is what those Atlanta guys talking about. I was like, wow, that's crazy throwback. But anyway, back to my point. Whenever I like, when I'm like bored and have nothing to do, I'll just put on like a movie or music and then join a random Fortnite creative game. And there's so many little kids in this, bro, and they're talking mad smack. They're talking hella trash. They'll be like, I pooped on you. And occasionally there'll be one with like a little poo dirty potty mouth and like start cussing. And I'm like, dude, you're like 6. You sound like the bears, the tiny baby bears from We Bare Bears. Like, what are you doing? They're like, fuck you, shit lips, I shit on you. Double pump. Whatever the fuck. And it's like, who taught you this? It's probably the Fortnite lobbies that they're in. And again, it's like, it's not like a huge problem. I just think like it's a little crazy. I thought I saw a bug. The bugs. And what else? Roblox. I mean, Roblox is understandable, but it's also like, how did they get voice chats? Because for Roblox voice chat, you got to put your ID in. And I hear little kids on this, like, how do they get voice chat? Like, I mean, maybe they're playing on their older sibling's account, but still, like, dude. Like, I saw a clip. It's probably scripted or fake or whatever. I don't care. Like, still, it was like I don't know what game it was, but it was just like this guy. Like, there's a lot of trollers on Roblox and everything. It's funny. I don't care. It's funny, but like, he found like a little kid and he started like trolling him. And then the little kid was actually like snapping back, and he was kind of like quippy and funny. He was like, dude, you sound like you're 25 playing this 11-year-old game and you're trying to talk crap about me. And then the guy said something, whatever. And then this little kid just started saying like every slur imaginable. I'm like, what? How do you know these words? How do you know these? Like, these are words I didn't hear till I was like 13, 14, and this kid's like 10. Like, where are you finding these words? Like, I was talking to one of my friends, Trail Mix. He's been on the channel before. Special social media. We think social media. We definitely. I mean, we obviously had social media at a young age, but we think that you should not have it at a young age, especially now. Instagram Reels. It's like borderline live leak. Twitter. I haven't seen a young kid on Twitter, but say he gets his hands on Twitter or X, whatever. Ever since Elon got Twitter, oh my god, it's just so much fucking AI porn bots. Like, click on my link. Click on my link if you want to see something spicy. Hey, big boy. Looking for some fun? Open your DMs. Or whatever. It's like, dude, what happened? Like, I only have Twitter for anime updates, so I could like find new shows or One Piece updates, because like One Piece is on hiatus right now, and I just like want to keep updated on it because they released that one special fan letter episode maybe like a month ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that, and they're working on the re-release of the whole series at a better pace. So I just want to keep updated on that, and that's the only reason I have Twitter. I'll get notifications every now and then. I'll be like, cool. But and looking through those, like just looking on the post, like there'll be comments like, I love Luffy. Do you want to see me stretch my legs open like he stretches? Like, what? No. I want to watch Luffy eat a piece of meat and then punch an aristocrat in the face. That's what I want to watch. I do not want to watch you do whatever you're going to do. Flick the bean, whatever. I just want to watch Luffy fight and Dictator. That's it. And maybe some giant robots fighting. That'd be cool too. I mean, they did kind of happen lately. Spoilers. My stomach is rumbling. I'm very hungry. I'll probably eat after this. It's just like, the internet is crazy, dude. Like, that is hard to grasp, especially when you're talking to someone older. I still technically work there. I worked a job where I was like the only Gen Z. Everyone else is millennials or Gen Z. Well, yeah, I was only Gen Z. Well, the youngest Gen Z. And like the youngest, like obviously I want to know different stuff or have different opinions and different experiences than the older Gen Z and the millennials. And it's just like crazy, like to just think that like what I grew up with, they didn't have. Like they didn't have the internet, or they didn't have. I mean, they had video games, but not like to the extent that we did. Like when they're like, "Oh, what games did you play growing up?" and they'll be like, "Oh, Street Fighters and Halo," and I'll be like, "Oh, Halo and Splatoon," and they're like, "What the fuck is Splatoon?" Um, that's just like a crazy concept, and even like older Gen Z, like I talked to a few older Gen Z, like I don't know how, I always just end up in like groups, friend groups with older people. I don't know, like two of my friend groups is like how there's like 4 or 5 year age gap, which is like that's kind of crazy. But it's like also like they'll be like, when you were born, I was 5 or whatever, or which is like that's a crazy concept because like when I was born, Transformers came out and I was 1, when and they were in theaters watching Transformers and I was in a crib. Or what else? One of my friends is 27, almost 10 years older than me. Um, no, this actually applies to most of them. Like, like I mentioned many times, I didn't really listen to music when I was younger, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I remember when I first heard Tyler the Creator in like 2013," and I'm like, "I was still watching Despicable Me. What?" I mean, I get Despicable Me was apparently technically the first time I was exposed to the Tyler the Creator with the Happy music video. Tyler, Earl, and I think Jasper are all in the Happy music video because Tyler and Pharrell are like that. Um, like I was just talking to one of my friends about Tyler and like how I didn't find him till I didn't get exposed to him till Igor dropped in 7th grade, and I heard Earthquake, and I was like, whatever, this isn't anything compared to my Go Eminem. I love Eminem. And he was like, yeah, my first experience was freaking Radicals, the kill people, burn shit, fuck school song, um, which don't take seriously, as he stated in the beginning of the song. And fuck Bill O'Reilly. Direct quote. And that's just like such a crazy like his first experience with Tyler was like his like Goblin Bastard like punk fuck everyone fuck authority era, and then my first experience is a gay love story. Um, which I do like feel envy for that because like I really love punk, anti-authority, and new metal, all those like music groups, and hip hop too. There's hip hop groups that are like screw authoritarians, whatever. I'm really influenced by stuff like that, like System of a Down, Rage Against the Machine, Sex Pistols, to an extent Wu Tang and N.W.A., to an extent Odd Future. Um, but like these are all people I didn't find till I'm older and whatever, and like I actually could like get a grasp of what they're saying. But like at a younger age, like you just hear what you're saying, you just roll with it. You don't really know what it means, but you just go with it. You're like, sounds good. Let's do it. I think I'll wrap up this episode now because I'm very hungry. So, thank you for watching this episode of Thinking with the Twink. And have a good day, good night, good morning. And in case I don't see you,